Hey guys, it's Friday in California, which is apparently a Twitter account, but I'm already going ADD on a video. But look, I always try to do videos that are topical and fun for you guys so you know what's going on in culture and all that. So please bear with me for this. This is important stuff, and we've only got 7 days left to go, which is why I just want to really reiterate what we're doing here. I'm John Della Rosa, if you're new to the channel, #1 best-selling author, award-winning comic creator, and I can talk good sometimes too. But I have Overmind right now. It's a science fiction thriller graphic novel, but there's more to it than that. We're really doing something cool and artistic and really different than anybody else out there. And that's why I want to make sure that you kind of understand what we got going on this Kickstarter right here. So I built a beautiful science fiction world, and the reason I've done so is because I've done a bunch of superheroes, done some fantasy, but in my novel writing, I do a lot of science fiction, and I really wanted to kind of tie that in together because I figured, we'll have something cool here. I wanted to bring back the old pulp aesthetic. So what I'm into, my cat's right here too, of course, ruining the video. Jeez. I wanted to bring back like that golden age retro sci-fi feel. As you can see, she's got like this like beautiful white outfit. She's covered completely. She's got these shoulder pads, which are very pulp aesthetic and all that. You got like a Flash Gordon style ray gun. That's what we're trying to bring back here because, like, look, we can bring it back to the early 2000s, the 90s or whatever, but the culture had already started to shift by that point towards a darker, less heroic sort of atmosphere. And I want to regress harder. I want to bring it back much further. If you watch Razorfist, if you're a fan of him, he always talks about the old pulps and exactly how great those were in defining our culture. That's what we're trying to do here with Overmind also. So we've got a 66-page graphic novel. This is about Ayla Rin. So she is a special agent. She's been genetically modified in order to go and just kind of help out the Empire like a James Bond-style hero in space. Beautiful redhead. And, of course, I brought that in purposefully, too, because, of course, they're erasing redheads in culture. They always replace them with a minority actress or whatever every single time. We also made her have ginormous boobas for a good reason. If you look at the way that comics are being drawn now, they're making women all flat-chested. They kind of look androgynous or like men. I wanted to make sure she was a feminine female lead, not a strong female lead, a feminine female lead. Very important to bring back our culture on that level. And we did this like painted style colors with it. So you can see that right there. And the reason I did that, this is harkening back to the Bandes Dessinées, the French sort of sci-fi comics like Valerian, and which is one of my favorite books of all time. It kind of harkens back to those 80s comics like you can see in 2000 AD or Nexus. So again, I'm trying to bring back all these influences of good stuff of the past into something new that's different. So we have an Imperium that she's working for, obviously, and obviously, what I've seen, of course, in culture ever since Star Wars is the Empire out there is always evil, right? The Empire is something to be fought against. I wanted to make actually a good empire, something that humanity can come together. There's a benevolent emperor. Things are actually going pretty well. It's a little bit in decline. It's kind of like our 2016 era, but extrapolated into space. And she's trying to protect patriotism. She's trying to protect that nationalism. Again, just themes that are very good and heroic for a character to do. And so we start this out. She is, of course, investigating something going on. She runs into pirates and ends up finding out that there's this planet where there's a problem going on and there's people starting to rebel against the Imperium. Now, this ends up being because of an AI, an artificial intelligence. You can see kind of our representation of it. We go for the like Ditko Kirby sort of psychedelic sci-fi aesthetic with that. And this AI is creating a cult around it, which is worshiping the AI, which is being brainwashed from its algorithms by their jacking into the Ethernet, is what it's called in this universe. And she has to put a stop to it. Now, this is social commentary, right? Because our algorithms dictate what we see on YouTube, what we see on Twitter, whatever. Same sort of thing going on right there. Now, all these guys are worshiping this. She has to fight a whole planet off in order to figure out how to stop this and to stop it from coming back to haunt the Imperium. Now, you can see we got some beautiful retro sci-fi designs. This is the type of stuff you'd see in Weird Science, EC comics. It's kind of like an Eye of Sauron sort of setup here. You got like an almost like a little Tesla coil sort of setup for the power structure for this AI and all that. And more importantly, we have the retro spaceships, right? So I loved the way that retro spaceships looked back in the day, and I wanted to bring back that aesthetic right here. She's got a jetpack, all the cool sci-fi things, because this is exactly what Flash Gordon would have had, all right? So that is really the aesthetic and what we're trying to do. That's kind of the plot. That's where the character's from. You kind of get a little understanding about that. Now, I didn't just stop there. So we got a beautiful cover by Aaron Lopresti, a beautiful variant cover by Miss Sashi. You can go check these out in the different tiers right here. We've got a hardcover version if you want that. I love our hardcover productions. But we want to do more. I wanted to make this because I'm doing such an artistically expressive thing with this book this time. I wrote a novel to go along with it, or at least I'm in the process of writing such a novel. I'm about halfway through it. And the novel is going to be a completely separate story starring Ayla Rin, because you really can't develop the world building that much in a 66-page graphic novel or the characters. You got to just like get to the action. It's a visual medium, right? Comics. But in a novel, you really can explore a lot of that stuff and really build the depth to the world to give the readers an experience that's a lot deeper than you'd get with a comic. And that's why I like novels too. That's why I do both. So if you're new to the channel, new to all this, I've written 17 novels, so I'm a pro at this. 43 comics. This is not my first comic, which we've really dialed in this process. You do get better by reps in everything you do, whether it's weightlifting, whether it's something you do for work. We've done this beyond anybody else in the independent comic industry at this point. I don't think anybody's even come close to doing 43 comics and 17 novels in our circles. So this is what we're doing right here. The novel is going to be its own story, like I said, and it takes place after the Overmind comic. And she gets debriefed at the beginning of that mission. I didn't actually have a title for it when we made this page, but here's the cover reveal for it. I actually just got this in from the typographist, and here we are. The book is going to be called The Immortal Edge. And I'm trying to shrink this down so you can kind of see it better. There you go. Okay, and so this is going to be the typography. The Immortal Edge is going to be the first Ayla Rin novel, and this is the first time I've ever done a comic and novel in the same universe and built the universe together around both mediums. I don't really know of anybody who does that. So this is, again, just like another creative, artistic innovation. You know, we're not just messing around here. We're going full artsy. And I know sometimes like people don't always understand it, but that's exactly why it has to be done. We have to explore the boundaries. We have to push the boundaries of art, do different things from everybody else out there. It's not just going to be a familiar member berries thing when we make things. That's what the Hollywood culture does. We want to innovate. So this is the Immortal Edge, and basically there's another planet where there's like this spore that is allegedly giving people eternal life. Ayla Rin is sent to hunt that down for the Empire because if nobody ages, that's going to cause problems and instability within the Empire. They don't want that to happen. And so she goes and finds out that it is real and that there are side effects to it, nasty side effects to this, allegedly wonder drug that creates eternal life. You can kind of figure out where I got the inspiration from that from. But beautiful stuff. So Ayla Rin, again, goes out, has an adventure, and you get much deeper into the character. You learn a lot more about the Imperium. You learn about just everything that's going on within the Empire in this novel. It's really a cool thing. So that's it. So this is, I put it as Overmind the novel here. I'm probably going to replace the image this last week now that I've got the actual title. And that's the full story. So I did this $17 for a novel and a graphic novel. The reason I did this, $12 for the graphic novel is my usual price point. And for 66 pages, that's 3 issues worth of comics. If you were going to a Marvel or DC comic for digital, it'd be $3.99 for each of those. So that'd be about $12 for 3 issues. So on top of that, the digital novel will be $5. That's about $4.99 on Amazon, which is what normal novels are priced at for ebooks. And so this is a standard, like professional level pricing for the digital. It's good for people who want to check out the story, people who are overseas or whatnot. This is something that I try to save you on shipping and all that because it is terrible to ship to Europe or Australia. I gotta say, it costs a lot of money, and I appreciate all you guys who do support from overseas there. You guys are great. We got the graphic novel, so if you're just in for the graphic novel, there's that. If you're just in for the novel, I haven't really talked about the novel too much. I probably should have a little bit more. But I was early in the process of writing it when we launched the campaign. This was kind of like a kind of an epiphany. I wanted to try this out artistically and just see what the audience was like for it also while we were doing it. But if you just want the novel as a paperback, there it is. We got the Sashi variant by itself. Graphic novel and novel. There's a pretty popular one right here. Good value, of course, you get both. And here's the hardcover. Sashi variant and novel. You can get a t-shirt along with it. We got the t-shirt. We're going to use the Sashi cover because she did such a great job on Ayla Ren for the t-shirt. You can get the hardcover comic and, of course, the novel, the regular novel. And we got an artist sketch here. So we've already got 5 backers on that. So Ms. Crimson's going to be sending out sketches that she's drawn for everybody. This is kind of our swag pack, the Singularity Collector Pack. I call it the Singularity because of AI gaining consciousness. Of course, that's a science fiction term called the Singularity. It's fun to research into that. But we're doing some cool stuff on this. So you get both the comic and the graphic novel. You get the t-shirt. We're making an acrylic standee. And I think, well, let's see, where's the art for that? Here's kind of the mock-up of that down here in the corner right here. It's a 3-piece sort of deal. She drew a beautiful planet background, Ayla Ren, and of course the base. And then we've got a challenge coin. I just got the proof for the challenge coin in also. So this is gonna be awesome. Looks like a silver dollar almost. And what we did was, here's the Terran Imperium right here, and this is Emperor Grigor VI. And as you can see, we kind of based him on the Giga Chad concept right here, and gave him a crown because he's the emperor. And on the back, we've got this is the flag sort of banner symbol of the Terran Imperium. And we gave a motto for the Imperium, E Pluribus Infinitum, just like, of course, our coins say E Pluribus Unum. So we just extrapolated it to the future. So it looks really good. I'm very excited for that. And that's pretty much the deal there. Got the book collector pack with all the different variants right here. Of course, we've got my full graphic novel library. Again, I've written 43 comics. So if you missed Deus Volt, Dynamite Thor, if you're new, if you haven't picked things up before, Cosmic Warrior, all my Flying Sparks volumes, and my Spectacular Comics short comics series right here too. This is a great deal. I actually kind of discounted it a little bit, so you can just get all of my paperbacks right here. This is everything, the Ultimate Terran Empire pack. And then you get to, I'll write you into the book and I'll kill you. So this, you can get written into the novel here. That'll be fun. I don't have to kill you if you don't want to die, but most people want to die in novels. It's kind of fun to get killed. Here's all my hardcovers. If you want all my hardcover editions, those are 50 a piece. Those are only available on Kickstarters. I never release them anywhere else. And then finally, you can get drawn into Overmind. So we have a couple slots left on that to where you can get into the book, and we can put you in there, put your picture in there and all that. And as add-ons, all this stuff's available. So if you just here's how Kickstarter works. You'll click on, say, Overmind graphic novel. Say you just wanted a challenge coin with that. There's like an add-on tier that pops up. I can't show it, unfortunately, because it doesn't work from my account. But a little like sort of thing will pop up, and you can just click on the challenge coin and add that on to your order. And so it's good stuff. So here's all my books. They're on here. Again, we've been doing this a long time. These are all professionally done. We've worked very hard on a ton of different series forever. And, people have come to show that we are the most trusted name in comics because we make great comics over and over and over again. We're going to continue to do so. So that's it. Thank you for bearing with me through this. I think it's important to do with the last week to go. And I really appreciate you guys for watching. You're the best viewers on the internet. And gosh, the support's been incredible. 367 backers already. $22,500. This is one of our best campaigns yet. It is our best Kickstarter yet. And I'm so happy that finally, culture is changing. So if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I will answer all of them that I can. And I'm happy, of course, to provide whatever customer service you guys want. Anything you're looking for, we're here for you. We're the opposite of mainstream culture. We service you, and we really appreciate you being there. That is, the reason I could do this as a job. So thank you very much. All right, hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll be back with more videos soon.